And to tell you this, I seen on my internet, on my YouTube, there was a picture of a statue of Ming the Merciless. When a person says, "What are you speaking about?" Listen, listen. I'm the conqueror. I'm Ming. How can I say this? How can I say this? Saing Ming, but East Ming, a person said the Saing is also Ming, my daughter, and then I'm East Ming, also known as Emerald Ming, and then I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm gonna be real with you. I seen a picture of my son Ming the Merciless. You know, he's Jafar, the real Jafar. So you ever seen the cartoon Aladdin? That nigga is the real Jafar. So be very careful with that nigga because that nigga didn't care for his family, and then he went in other places before and wanted to do things to people's sacredcy a certain type of way, and then on top of it, he he tried to steal knowledge from the astrological empress a certain type of way before. His brother is with Spock in space. A person says it's Spock dogs. No, Spock and them are elves. You know, those individuals already did wrong. They're like celestial beings that's very on a high peak of reality, but it also has to do how can I say this? Spock and them is a little different. They're something like elves, but they're not elves. They're like brights, sprites. Like of Dontos, of the of like the triple crown in a certain type of way. They're a little different. A person says like, what are you speaking about? Vulcans. They're called Vulcans and stuff. A person tells you you got to know what's going on because before they try to get with elves a certain type of way, they do have an astrological tree of an empress a certain type of way, but they're not supposed to mix with each other a certain type of way because it's only me that does it, and then the my wife separates her magic a certain type of way within herself. So when she like powers up her magic, is done a different way. Like she has to have order in herself, so she doesn't blend in a certain type of situation of herself a certain type of way. It comes from a certain point of her inner point of reality, and then she does a certain type of magic, also martial arts, a certain type of way. So you got to be very careful. Then I seen individuals had like a picture of Ming the Merciless. So means obviously is meaning somebody is already just wanted to go after the genie calendar. That means the genie calendar probably really went off a certain type of way. And then you have Jafar and stuff that you remember the story of me being Moses and then I swallowed the snakes? My staff swallowed the other snakes and stuff. That was Jafar and them. My Jafar and them already tried to do something wrong, and then he got mad at what happened a certain type of way, and I swallowed the snakes. Yo, let me tell you something. Money, you my son. The other nigga that be all in the Ming movies that be fucking himself over, and when it comes to his point of enlightenment, it almost ruined his life on a level of ever never recovering because you're never gonna be able to recover in your anatomy, regardless if your anatomy is of a gold or of a jewel, a certain type of way. Because at a point you fucked over your sacredcy because you violated a point of reality. He tried to do something what Absalom did, and then he tried to lay with my wife, but in a broad public, in a circle of like, you see where I'm at, like in the social economic system I'm at. It looked like they gathered in some type of circle and they did some type of magic, and then they were trying to reverse and reflect the magic. But I don't know if he was possessed doing it. I don't know if something happened a certain type of way in it was a real situations happening, but it played it out like a movie. One of them came out of the water. She was on the run. She just jumped in the system. Like she wanted to run. You know what I'm saying? Like some stupid shit happened that she know. I don't even give a fuck what's going on with individuals. If individuals fucking themselves and fucking up their life, that's on them. They're gonna end up dying. I told you the individuals of the book. I already told you. You know, anybody that's out of order, get rid of them. Anybody that's trying to break order and habitation and harmony, get rid of them. anybody, masculine beings are causing out of order that there's not supposed to be men in the social economic system, get rid of them because they're causing individuals to be out of order because the conduct of the currency of my wife's purity of her consciousness is not conducting herself precisely. And then on top of it, if you have other people trying to heal on other planets doing their magic and the caretakers filtering out the mythology realm, they're causing the distortion. The other men are causing the distortion in the habitation, and it's probably filling up the cellular activity, causing the end of the world. I'm not gonna die with a bunch of dickhead niggas that doesn't know how to that it's not supposed to be here, and on top of it, that's then you have people having sex that they're not supposed to be having. That's causing individuals and star beings and the anatomy of the purity and purity of the feminine intent. Because I'm dealing with my wife habitation of her refinement. So if other people are disturbing her habitation, she's not going to be able to repair her anatomy. So that means you're going to cause the end of the astrological empress, the celestial empress, and then you having a cellular structure and you're feeling her habitation. If you're having sex, that means you're filling her habitation with decay, and you causing distortion in the habitation. I have children of this planet, and they have their own planet outside that they gather and they work a certain type of way. They don't even have sex when it comes to this planet. So it's just like it's like causing the distortion of their habitation a certain type of way and causing the end of their physical reality and causing them to end up a certain type of way. And then you have the people that's trying to devalue their jewel and all types of other funny situations. So most likely, you know, it's probably somebody else doing jewel magic trying to steal somebody else's jewel magic also. Then you probably have most likely it doesn't deal with the element because even if I possess, even if I haven't sent the energy to possess anybody, the energies I sent is the ones that possess the person according to their habitation and for the intricacies of their consciousness of the enlightenment. And when they're being possessed, the person being possessed, they wouldn't even know a certain type of way. And then on top of it, I don't do things like that a certain type of way because, if I'm repairing magic, I do it when my wife knows the order, so she knows what's going on, and she chooses not to tell anybody. That's on her, and on top of it, she does it a certain type of way because it's like guiding her senses because distinct emotions of other individuals having sex and trying to fuck up her anatomy of her light of repair. So I'm repairing it a certain type of way so they won't cause distortion in her habitation, so she'll still be able to manifest at a time. So a person that's having sex is causing the impurity of the conduct to know another point of light and it's disturbing the stars. So you'll see the stars twinkling a certain type of way in the sky, or you'll see them fall, or you'll see the stars won't even come up at a certain time when they're supposed to be there. They won't be in the sky at a certain time because the individuals are disturbing their light and it's going to cause their fall. And then on top of it, the zodiac already fell. So, certain situations that's happening a certain type of way, you have individuals causing that, and it's people of this social economic. Because remember, I, I'm on vacation, but I'm still repairing, so it must be people of the social economic system. So, if you're a star or you are a caretaker or individuals of the book, come take a look around of the habitation and see the type of don't let people know, but see the type of consciousness that's around me a certain type of way, and then from there, I wouldn't say nothing else after that. It's just don't So basically that's what it is, and then on top of it, make sure you go get the element ninjas, the element ninja stars to come over here to come check the situation. They'll be the ones that will be able to handle the situation. And tell them and let them know ahead of time because I'm speaking already to the stars. So let them know ahead of time, check the frequency of light that individuals are trying to move through and the things that they're saying using ad-libs and signaling people so they'll know exactly who they're going after a certain type of way after they stash themselves a certain type of way and then going to get the situation. Yeah, so that's it. But far as the caretakers and stuff, they're already stupidity because they're watching girls that's supposed to be of the social economic habitation of the astrological empress, the celestial empress, and then on top of it, they had people having sex that's not supposed to be having sex a certain type of way. So it was causing distortion in our habitation. My wife never ate a burger. So if you've seen children trying to wear her energy eating burgers and doing funny things, those are people literally killing my wife and stuff, And I'm just being real. You're already being misguided as a caretaker till you end up to your death because another person is already trying to penetrate the door that you opened for another person for secrecy, for their intellectual education. So you got to be very careful to prevent or repel the situation, for they won't kill you, because most likely the individuals that's doing it is men that's having sex in the social economic system or trying to get you to sell your secrecy off. Because if you're opening the door of magic and going to get people and bringing them, it's like wasting your own time. So another person said you don't need your empress might feel that you don't need a privacy a certain type of way, but on top of it, the people is literally maliciously killing you, causing your fucking false intentions and your malicious of vindictiveness of the physical reality, and also violating the sacred regard of your higher conscience, of your intellect, of the reason of your social habitation, of your outer regard. Also I meant to say the Scorpion ninjas, the visible. You better think about what I'm saying a certain type of way, because people that's having sex a certain type of way is already defiling your reason of habitation, of your quality, and then they're going through the doors. It's like opening the door for somebody to punch you in your face and smack you and shit, or rob you. So, I'm just telling my caretakers, the minute if you selling off feminine beings because they're already doing the wrong thing, a person is like a person must have pushed you, must have hugged you, or threw you off balance a certain type of way after you did some type of magic. And then next thing you know, and then I had people on Brooklyn Bridge, Asian girls that tried to push me and tried to do funny things and crept up behind me. Even it happened here also. And what happened, they ended up fucking up themselves in ahead of time in the paradigm, because it doesn't even matter what they did to me. It's just like I already seen that they were gonna die anyway, so it don't even matter. It's like they're doing it to themselves. It's just like picking up the pace. Sometimes it might be my wife that does it a certain type of way because she doesn't care about the individual, so she thinks about the individual. She does a certain thing a certain type of way. She knows what she's doing, but she gotta be careful doing that, because she gotta remember herself and the reason of her consciousness, not to hurt herself, and remember that what's going on. But I'm just gonna be real. If you have individuals you opening door for, or you selling escorts or whores, those are people already trying to defile the caretakers and try to cause their murder of the physical reality, because a person that doesn't care about their privacy can't care reason of secrecy of magic, or care about the habitation or the people that take care of the land. So a person doing escorts or hookers are literally killing international security, and they're killing your caretakers. They're killing the reason of of individuals' social habitation, and then they're killing individuals of regard. So if you have a bunch of chicks selling off their pussy, and then they're trying to habitate, they're trying to be of a habitation of the land, of the earth, that means they're killing the internet. They don't care about the security for their habitation. That means they're getting rid of the international security. That means a person's just living wild emotions. That means you're about to be ravished by individuals with wild emotions, or some people that's gonna get rid of some wild zodiac, or some wild disease that's gonna get rid of all international security, and then they're gonna violate people's secrecy of reality. Because if you have a chick from a family being a hooker, or showing her privacy, or doing things with other men she's not supposed to, and she's of a certain height requirement, everything is physics. I'm never gonna change that. This is always gonna be the same, exactly what it's supposed to be. So, I'm just being real. So if you have people doing that, that's a person killing the secrecy and the regard of the natural habitation on the level of physics. So if you open the door for a person, you let them come to your house, eat Thanksgiving. If you gave them work, if you gave them certain other things, and then next thing you know, they're over there having sex with other men they're not supposed to be having sex with, doing magic, and then they're hookering or escorting. Those are people that doesn't, even if a person drives them to go get money. You know how somebody drives a person, so I'm gonna go get your money, so. No, you went and fucked a nigga for money, a nigga that you didn't even know that had nothing to do with you for some fucking money and shit. And then you went and opened your legs to a stranger a certain type of way that you didn't care about a certain type of way. For another nigga just to go wait for you to get money for payment, just to pimp you. It's like Thanksgiving. It's like a turkey. You know, a person basically say they go eat chicken. You know, they go eat chicken and shit. People that's going after indigenous, another cryptic level of looking at it in a way of physics. People going after Indians. If you have people escorting, and you have people they're going after Caucasian Indians and Asians. So people indigenous people. So if you have people escorting, and then you got them hookering, they're doing hooker activity, and they're escorting on a planet, a nigga separating habitation. So they're killing a turkey, a feathered person, a person that knows the reason of certain conduct. It's like wearing a crown of a feather and then doing certain things, and the person's trying to take apart the reason of your consciousness, and they're going after your crown. It's just like what I told you the story with the pillowcase. So if you have these people, and if you have people paying for that type of situation a certain type of way, you know, it's a difference with me because I'm the reason of everybody's astrological tree. But if you have people from different astrological trees or points of reality paying for escorts or paying for hookers and promoting escorts, they're killing indigenous people, Asian people, Chinese people, Hispanic people, Latin, Latino people, light-skinned people, and they're also killing white people. And then they'll be devaluing the value of the social equality. So those are people that's also killing international security, social security, and causing the end of the habitation because they're letting, it's like a lineman letting people penetrate, is most likely football players, people that took payment already and letting individuals penetrate the line, but they did it a certain type of way in physics where nobody would notice and stuff. So most likely football players, most likely probably baseball players, basketball players, certain people of lower quality that just manipulated the finance to get onto a high level of equality in the physical reality. So good luck, man. Too bad for you and stuff. You know, if you got escorts out there, they're literally killing international security, like literally murdering international security because they don't care about their secrecy. They're opening the inner door of their secrecy to strangers and causing individuals of real habitation and regard to get murdered and killed. And after sharing harmonical frequencies with individuals, this is why I don't do certain things no more. Because after certain people, I got shot, fuck you. You know, and I'm out. Well, anyway, I just had to warn you, let you know and stuff, you know. Believe me or not, man, you know, I didn't even have to tell you, you know. I could have just kept it to myself and didn't even think about the reason of enlightening your habitation so you could know the difference of reality. So, you know, I could have just let you die like a dumb shit that you already are. That's how, which I already seen it happen. So it's just like, you know, fuck you, stupid. You know, it goes to show how more stupid individuals are and how much you got chicken heads. You get it? It's a chicken head. How much you got chicken heads is opening their legs to niggas that just don't care about it. They have family and they're killing their family and they're talking about all type of, listen. A person think they're doing something to somebody here. You're actually doing it to your own planet, to your higher level of secrecy, and causing your family to get killed. And you're gonna really end up a straight animal. So most likely people that also did it was probably doing demonic magic, straight animal magic and shit. You know, people that just didn't care about animals and shit. And then you have an animal being vindictive out there somewhere, just giving bitches fucked up dick, giving them wild dick. You know, you ever had a nigga just giving a bitch wild dick and shit? He didn't care and shit. Good for you. How could international security be stupid? It's like, let's be real. It's like individuals that died and wondering why they died at a time or what caused their habitation a certain type of way at a time. Then on top of it, you might have a person that's already still trying to defile the reason of their social economics doing things they're not supposed to do because they just want to have a point of order before they end the world. Hey, get the fuck out of here. It don't make no sense to have fun than to die for stupidity and shit. No, that doesn't make no sense for that shit like that. Like you gotta look at that person. It's like what that was a real drug. Then that must have been a real depressant, man. Like somebody that could put you on a high to kill you and shit. Like for you to. There's a difference if it's happening for honoring your parent because you could come back a certain type of way if it's me, your real parent. If it's me or your mother, you know what I'm saying? But then you're doing it for some other person that is not even on my level that just wants to be on my level. That makes no sense. Like what? Dying for some asshole. You know what I'm saying? He's dying for some asshole. Sometimes a person says it might be nourishment. Hey, depending if you're carnivore or cannibal. depending, depending on another nigga. Look, I'm just being humorous a certain type of way. You know, I don't want you to feel depressed into it. But depending on how another person's look at it and it's like, you know what I'm saying? nigga, nigga, nigga might be on something, you want to take? You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up because if you eating the chicken, my nigga, where you going? Where you gonna live? You gonna be homeless? You don't run around. You don't run around fucking up the reason of consecration to another level of business, yo, my nigga. Bad things can happen to you and you won't have no help, man. There'll be nobody to consider you when the energy just wants to tear your ass apart. You know what I'm saying? Energy, what the fuck? Where's the niggas supposed to be here? The energy be looking for niggas like, yo, where the niggas are supposed to be here and shit. And then, and then next thing you know, niggas be gone. They're, what? This shit just want to tear your ass apart after that. It's like, what? For what? For this shit? Who the fuck is this? You're trying to introduce yourself and shit, try to manipulate something that already knows what's going on and shit. It's gonna be like, what? What? Oh, you want power? Oh, you want power? Yeah, you might. Matter of fact, yeah, I was looking for a nigga to pow pow. Pow pow, nigga. Nigga, shock your ass. Well, pardon me, I'll just show you the date and time, but seems like somebody doesn't want me to show you the date and time. You know, but let's see. I'll show you. Oh, it's on channel 52.
Opposite of a nice hug. And you are return, but never did anything I asked for.
This is a chick with a yellow pony, blue eyes, and purple hair.
I got turkey fabric is organic. It's got natural fibers. And I added pillows inside my pages. That's the kind of feeling like a hug. I may not know much about construction, interior design, or building, but I am an expert at one thing: the care of animals. And what I need is a sanctuary, not death.
Maybe your vision wasn't always this back up to you.
My vision isn't the problem here. I told you all exactly what I wanted, and none of you listened to me. So when I appreciate your efforts, I no longer require your services. Oh, the animals have been so excited for the sanctuary. I couldn't wait any longer. Will you take a look inside? Oh, I'm actually not ready.
The snow tonight, lows around 7 above. Tomorrow, highs around 17. Adjusting the snow today. For 97 Kicks FM, I'm meteorologist Paul Sombrey from the Weatherology Weather Center. Right.
See, it's 1/21, 2019, so I don't care, man. There goes My Little Ponies and stuff. They just try to do the funny things. Those are My Little Ponies. A person said you wouldn't believe me. I'm serious. Most likely, chicks that's probably already mad about things that happen in their life, and then fucking up, try to fuck up other niggas that had nothing to do with it. Hold on. I just had it. I just handled the situation. There you go. See?
Some people call it old. We like to call it gold. From back in the day. Today's country. 97 Kicks FM. Strawberry shimmer on our lips. Silver buckle hanging off her hips. I sparkle when she smiles. Shine down on the radio dial. Home in Georgia.
I can have everything I want, but I'm just being real with you, man. It's just, sorry, international security. I should have warned you about certain things ahead of time. You know, um, I I know I did. So if you're looking at it in light form, I warned you ahead of time. It's not nighttime, so it's not like you were stupid and wondering what's going on. So it's when it was bright and snowy outside. So I know hold on. So I know I warned you about certain things before and stuff. Oh, you see international security, they thought I was gonna put a little, and then they left a little penny here. It's a little funny type of situation somebody was doing. Mama take the penny because they didn't lie to me. They say that I didn't. I told you ahead of time. Hey, you notice it's snowing outside. So you notice that it's snowing outside. So good for you. Oh, yeah, I don't trust people in my habitation because I be hearing my wife telling me stop these girls. Like, you ever heard girls speaking, and then my wife be telling me stop, like trying to stop them. She must be one. She be telling me like stop them. They be saying stop, stop. Like my wife wants me to acknowledge that I did some magic before, for a warning, for my wife could warn me when she don't want somebody doing something. She tells me, Ralph, keep going, do everything you're doing, go on. She says, keep going, Ralph, keep going. But when she doesn't like somebody, she wants me to hear them and know. She be telling me other things and stuff like, she says the opposite. She tells me to keep going, but she tells she tells me that this, you see? That's how police, they don't even know. Yeah, that's it. You gotta look what it says in that doorway that guy was standing there. But he was standing before the doorway. I was the one that had to walk through the doorway. But I'm before him. I'm older than that guy. So, you know, too bad, man. I try to tell you, man. Oh man, yo, international security. You might want to go check that train driver also, though. The guy that drives the train on those tracks, the tracks over there. There's something funny he's doing. I think he's on a run from international security or something. I think so. You might want to go check. The other guy, the guy that drives the train. See? You see? I can't. Oh man. I have wonderful. My wife wants me to go get something. Yo, listen. You ever had white people that spoiled habitations and they start looking super red in their physical? Because if the habitation of the earth is spoiling, who's going to be spoiled first? It's not going to be people of refinement. The people is going to be confused and stupid is going to be a person of the structure, the inner science structure, the white people, right? So. I'm the reason why it's snowed. When you check the physics, you're gonna find out. So, I'm just telling you, anything else of anybody else continuous is just a continuous of the fucking up people habitation. See a lot of stalkers going to the market. Yo, you gotta watch that type of situation. You know, the worst thing to have is a cop doing things for escorts. Wow. Killing her. It's like rape. It's like rape. It's like it's a mental rape. Nine to 4 a.m. Mondays and Fridays. It's not 4 a.m. right now. So what the fuck is that? It's 3:33. Oh, pardon me.